Okay, alright. Hey guys, Zero11 here, and today, I'm just gonna slide over here and show you guys what it looks like. We got the frickin' 17-18 Future Watch Autograph Showcase. So yeah, like 70 something cards. An interesting rookie class. I'll just say that. I'll give you guys my full opinion at the end of the video of the rookie class. But I'm going to show you guys all the rookies. I'm going to give a brief statement on the players and what I think of them. Maybe some of you might care, but yeah. There's a pattern I've noticed as well before we continue. It seems like the carryovers are always like the first from 116 to like 150 pretty much. And then they do the 9 carryovers after that. So they knew McAvoy was going to be in there, so he was the first card in there. But yeah, let's get right into it. First card is Charlie McAvoy. Probably one of the best rookies in the crop. Really good defenseman, I'm not going to lie. He does have some injury concerns. He does get injured quite a bit. What the heck is that on there? I don't know. Is that what the... I don't know what that is. I got to deal with that after. But yeah, Charlie McAvoy, really good defenseman, but has injury problems. When he's healthy, he's very good. Next up, Jack Roslovic, and this class, there's a lot of U.S. born players, a lot of college players, so that's quite interesting. But yeah, Jack Roslovic, I got 2 of these. Maybe I should have took out the duplicates, but Roslovic, he has a ton of skill. This guy is really crafty. What else? His role isn't that great, but injuries have arisen in Winnipeg, so he's probably going to get a better role. I can see this guy putting up some pretty darn solid numbers. Skilled player. Next up, another skilled player. He's having a pretty bad sophomore year. I guess it's like his 3rd year because he already played 25 and 16, 17. But it's Adrian Kempe. Tons of skill. The team he's on is not great. So yeah, but he has one of the higher ceilings of the 17-18 rookie crop, which is saying something about the 17-18 rookie crop. Here's probably, arguably, like definitely top 5 rookie 17-18. And that's Alex Tuck, big winger, great skater for his size, great shot. Just a really darn good player. He's right up there in the leading scorers for Vegas. So yeah, Alex Tuck, really solid player. They got him from Minnesota. I think they had to sacrifice him to protect like Matt Dumba, so, and among others. All right, next up is Clayton Keller. Clayton Keller, definitely one of the best rookies in the class. Great skill, ton of skill. He's like a Patrick Kane type. Very creative player. And yeah, definitely one of the best rookies. He did get 65 points in his rookie year. Heck of a player, Clayton Keller. Next up is Jordan Schmaltz. Now he's, I still need one of his inscribed ones or ones with his quotes. But Jordan Schmaltz, he's pretty much like a depth guy for the Blues. He does play like half the time. Doesn't really have a whole lot of upside. He's a right-handed shot defenseman with some size, so there's that. He's Nick Schmaltz's brother as well. Okay, next up, JT Compher. He's pretty much, he's actually been in a top 6 role with the Avs. I think they tried him with McKinnon and Rantanen, but yeah. But yeah, he's put up some decent numbers. He has missed some time, but other than that, some solid numbers. Formerly, I believe he was a Sabres draft pick. But yeah, JT Compher, pretty solid secondary scoring. If that exists in Colorado, he's decent. All right, next up, John Gillies. So, yeah, John Gillies. His numbers in the AHL are really bad at the time of this recording. It's probably coming out, like, probably several days after. I am recording this in January. It's probably coming out in January. But his numbers in the AHL are bad. Yeah, David Riddick kind of took over as the guy in Calgary. So yeah, there's John Gillies. He still has some potential there, but yeah, he's gotten surpassed. Next up, Riley Barber. Good AHLer. That's pretty much all I have to say about Riley Barber. Solid AHL player, puts up some good numbers. It's pretty much all he's going to be. And that's kind of a lot of the players here. Next up is the best rookie in the crop, Brock Besser, great goal scorer. Yeah. Then again, he's getting overshadowed by another player in Vancouver now, but still a heck of a goal scorer. Does have injury concerns like McAvoy, but there you go, Brock Besser. And he has a pretty nice signature. So yeah, Brock Besser. Okay, next up is somebody I think fairly highly of. Lucas Wallmark. I have two of these. I guess I just got the inscribed, and I don't got cases, so I'm just leaving it there. But yeah, Lucas Wallmark, he's a playmaking center. His role has increased throughout the season. He did put up a lot of assists in the AHL. I kind of see him like a bit like a Wenberg. He's a Swedish playmaker down the middle. He does kill penalties. He's pretty solid, honestly. So yeah, Lucas Wallmark. He's pretty solid. His numbers aren't great. I mean, he's probably going to get like 25 points or something, but he does have some decent potential. Next up is JFK. Long frickin' name. Jakob Forsbacka Karlsson. He's decent enough. He's probably going to turn out to be like a middle six player, like a second, third liner on Boston there. But yeah, Forsbacka Karlsson. Really long name. Next up is Gabriel Carlson, who's a big defensive defenseman that's kind of further down on the depth charts with the Blue Jackets. So hasn't really been playing with them. We'll see. I think he was a former first rounder in 2015. Or second rounder, I can't remember, but there you go, Gabriel Carlson. Next up, this player's been out all year because of knee surgery, but he does have a high ceiling, and that's Evgeny Svechnikov. Lots of skill. I believe he played in Quebec before he went into the NHL. But yeah, Evgeny Svechnikov. His brother just got drafted, Andre, to the Canes in 2018. But yeah, Evgeny, he looks to be pretty darn good. One of the better rookies in this crop. And here is just the cream of the crop right here. Absolute excellence. Fantastic. I'm not quite committed on full-time collecting this guy yet, but excellence. Just excellence right here. Josh Ho-Sang. Absolute freaking champion. That's all you need to know. He's absolute freaking champion. He's going to be a freaking fantastic player. Given the chance, which he has been given as of late. And Lemuel Berg gave him 66 back. And, yeah, Josh Ho-Sang. Absolute freaking legend. Alright, next up is a freaking AHL player that got signed out of college, Mike Vecchione. Oh, I got two of them. Whoops. Mike Vecchione. So, yeah, nothing special here. Just signed him out of college, and he's a pretty good AHLer. That's pretty much all I gotta say about him. Nothing special. Next up is a pretty darn good player for the Sens, which is, wow. Guess he won't be on the Sens in a few years. Colin White. Yeah, for pretty much all this year, he's been like second in rookie scoring, which really isn't saying much. For 18-19, Pettersson's way ahead, even if he has been injured. But yeah, Colin White, solid player. Pretty darn solid. There are some solid Sens rookies in here. Okay, next up is Denis Gurianov, who's tore up the AHL this year. He has been given some chances in the NHL. But yeah, I'm kind of worried. Could be another Nichushkin. But yeah, I got two of these also. Pretty crappy auto. Gurianov, he could be good. It's kind of like a hit or miss with this guy. Alright, next up. Vladislav Kamenev. He's on the Avs now. Again, injury problems. Shoulder, I believe, is his injury problem. Has been keeping him out of the lineup. I don't really see a whole lot of potential with Kamenev, honestly. But yeah, he's decent. He'll probably be an NHLer once he's healthy, or should be a full-time NHLer. Next up, Tyson Jost. One of the highest ceilings in this rookie crop, Tyson Jost. I got the inscribed there. Current number 8, huh? But yeah, Jost, solid. We'll see. Maybe his role there might be taken by Jack Hughes, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Still really solid. Definitely has some good potential. Next up, do I have anything? I got little notes here, but some players don't even have notes on. But I know this guy is, yeah, nothing special. Johnny Brodzinski, he's pretty much a depth guy for the Kings, which pretty much been in the AHL most of the year. Really just nothing special at all. Just like a lot of these rookies. Alright, next up is a trio of Russians that are kind of in a similar spot, except for the first one. He's kind of more situated. We got Ivan Barbashev, who's actually been on the Blues all year, and he hasn't really had that great of a role, but he's looked alright. Former Quebec player, Quebec Junior League, so yeah, Ivan Barbashev. Kind of decent. Next up, another Russian, Nikita Sherbak. He got waived. He was a former first rounder on the Kings now. Yeah, it doesn't look too good for sure back there. And like just like the next player too. Valentin Zykov. These guys are all in like the same position pretty much. Well, Sherbak and Zykov. So yeah, Zykov. He's on the Canes here. Tore up the it doesn't show there. AHL in 17-18. He got like 30-something goals, led the AHL in goals. And then he got waived. And then Edmonton picked him up, tried him for like 5 games, like meh. And then he got waived again. And now, as of this recording, he's on Vegas, even though he's not really playing on Vegas. So I don't know the status of Valentin Zykov. He's probably just going to go KHL because he's getting fed up being juggled around by teams. Here we go. This disappointment. Alex Nylander. So, yeah. Everybody's saying, oh, he's going to be as good or better than his brother. Well, yeah, it hasn't happened yet. Former Mississauga Steelhead. Alex Nylander, yeah, it's not looking good for him. He does have time. Was he like 20? Almost 21? He's still got time. But, yeah. I actually think he'll still be pretty good NHLer. But, all right, next up is somebody that's been out all year as well with a torn ACL. Sam Morin, who's big frickin' defenseman with some decent upside. Philly could use him right now. But yeah, Sam Morin, former like high draft pick, like 11th I think in 2013. So yeah, Sam Morin. Next up, do I have two? Yeah, okay. Christian Fischer. Numbers haven't been that great this year. I mean, I think he had a hat trick, but other than that, his numbers have really, yeah, they're not been that great. Like, a lot of Arizona hasn't been that great. But yeah, Fischer, he's pretty solid. Another former OHLer. What else have we got here? Peter Cehlarik. There you go, Peter Cehlarik. Don't really have much to say about this guy. He's been in the AHL all year, I'm pretty sure. So, there's that. I gotta check my notes here just to make sure I don't miss anything. Alright, next up we got the 2 picks that don't have autographs, which sucks. That's not gonna lie, it just sucks. Even though this... Wait, do I have them in the right order? 144... Yeah, okay, why is Patrick first? Nolan Patrick. Yeah. Bust. Bust. 2nd overall. I think his draft -2 year, he had a ton of points with the Brandon Wheat Kings. But injuries, and he's just been lackluster. Yeah, he's just a bust. Not gonna lie. Nolan Patrick, I'm just gonna call it now. I don't care if he's still young. Next up is not a bust. He's actually been very good for the Devils, and that's Nico Hischier. Darn good player, but he's not like the upper echelon 1st overall picks like McKinnon, Matthews, McDavid. He's more like a Nugent Hopkins, which is still a solid player. But yeah, Nico Hischier, really good player. And he's only going to get better, I think. So yeah, there you go, Nico Hischier. Next up, Anders Bjork. He was on the team, but he got demoted. So yeah, he played for Notre Dame there, and they played there in the outdoor game. He didn't get called up for that, so that's saying a lot about his status with the Boston Bruins. Next up is probably one of the best rookies in here. I think really highly of this guy because I saw him get freaking 5 goals in OHL and just tear up the OHL. Like, just look at those freaking goal numbers. Holy crap. But yeah, Alex DeBrincat. Fantastic player. I mean, his size, yeah, it hasn't really been an issue. He's still putting up big numbers. They're pretty good numbers. He can get like 30-something goals this year. So, Alex DeBrincat, great player. And yeah, 2nd round pick in the Matthews draft, right? 2016. Yeah, absolute steal. And if he were any bigger, he would have went like top 10. So, next up is another high draft pick. Well, yeah, he's a high draft pick. Hayden Fleury, 7th overall in 2014. Could be wrong. Yeah, 7th overall. I'm pretty sure he's right before Nylander. Big defenseman. Took him a while to make it, but he made it. Do I have anything on Fleury here? I don't think so. But yeah, I think he's pretty much been on the team fairly regularly. And yeah, he looks fairly solid. Next up is a player that's still a wait and see. He got injured in a pre-tournament game in the World Juniors. That's Alex Formenton. Unbelievable skater. This guy has plenty of skill. I think he's going to be a very solid NHLer. And he still has plenty of time left to develop. Next up is Pierre-Luc Dubois. This was the only redemption. But yeah, Dubois, they moved him to a center. He's been playing with like Panarin and what's Atkinson? I'm not sure who the other winger is. I've seen a couple of Columbus games, not too many. But yeah, Dubois looks really freaking good. And yeah, Kekalani made the right choice picking him over Pugliarvi. So there you go. Next up is a guy I've seen play junior, and he did nothing when I saw him play junior. And that's Owen Tippett. I got the inscribed here. This is Owen Tippett. I saw him on Mississauga. He was getting really frustrated when he wasn't putting pucks in the back of the net. Obviously, when I saw him, I was like, oh yeah, this guy's going to be an NHL player. Tons of skill, but he was getting really frustrated on when he wasn't scoring in the OHL there. But yeah, Owen Tippett. Good goal-scoring player. And should be on the team next year for the Panthers. Make sure I don't miss anything here. Okay. Next up, Luke Cunnin. Luke Cunnin, yeah. A solid young player for the Minnesota Wild, which is kind of rare because Minnesota's like one of the oldest teams in the league. But there you go, Luke Cunnin. Wisconsin, huh? NCAA. A lot of U.S.-born players. A lot in 17-18. A lot of college players. Next up is a player I think fairly highly of. Vince Dunn. Vince Dunn, he's really freaking good. But yeah, he's pretty darn good. That's all I gotta say. Pretty darn good player. And he's probably gonna be in the top 4 pretty darn soon. Next up is another interesting player. Do I got anything on him? Injuries. Yeah, injuries. Okay, Christian Juice. He's had some injuries. But this is the inscribed of Christian Juice. He has some injuries, but offensive. He put up the show here. Oh yeah, look at that. 58 points in 66 games in the AHL as a defenseman. Yeah, so he looks to be pretty good. Has some decent upside. So there you go, Christian Juice. Jake DeBrusk. Yeah, Jake DeBrusk. Yeah, he's good. Not gonna lie. Wish this was signed. It's card number 3. That's interesting. But yeah, Jake DeBrusk. Very good player. I'll just leave it at that. This is the one draft pick they hit on. In 2015 is him, Zaboral, and Senishin. I seen Senishin. I thought he was decent, but yeah, that's the only one they hit on. Zaboral might have a potential in the NHL. He played a little bit this year, but yeah, continue on here. Robert Hagg, Swedish defenseman. He's pretty decent. Like this is this whole freaking crop. Like, oh, this guy's decent. He's gonna be an NHLer. So yeah, Robert Hagg, another 2013. I think he was the second round, the same year as Morin. So yeah. Alright, next up, former North Bay Battalion, got 50 frickin' goals in North Bay, and that's Michael Amadio. I seen this guy, but I don't really remember him. He didn't really stand out when I saw him in the OHL. He's on like the 4th line for LA, which is... But yeah, I think he has a decent potential. So yeah. There you go, Michael Amadio. Next up, and since pick up spoiler here, I don't know, this whatever. Ville Husso, maybe I already did pick up before I put this video out. Ville Husso, Future Watch. There's a regular and there's an inscribed, and that's cool, so I decided to keep it in there. Ville Husso, October 28, 2017. So, goaltending for the St. Louis Blues has been abysmal. Jake Allen's bad. They waived Chad Johnson, he went to the Ducks, and they got Bennington up as of this recording. And Ville Husso has been pooping his big boy pants in the AHL. If he wasn't so bad, he'd probably have the starter's role for the Blues. But he's been terrible in the AHL. He's gotten a little bit better as the year's gone on, but he's still just... Yeah, he had the chance and he's blowing it. Alright, next up. A player that's tore up the AHL this year is Jani Kukkonen. Former London Knight, right? Yeah, London Knights. Jani Kukkonen. Yeah, decent potential. Another good prospect for the Canes. A lot of freaking Canes rookies in here. And he's one of the better ones. And I don't want this pile to fall over here. Next up's a player that got a demotion. Do I have anything on him? No? Okay. Our player that got a demotion here, he's been up and down. Kyler Yamamoto. I think it's a confidence thing with him. He has a ton of skill. Again, he's undersized, but geez, he really is undersized. 154 pounds, jeez. But yeah, Yamamoto, lots of skill. Once he puts it all together, he'll be a heck of a player. Next up is another very good player. No, it's not autographed, it sucks. Logan Brown, big centerman. He's learning the ropes pro right now. They're in the AHL. He's doing all right there, not too great. Memorial Cup champion with the Windsor Spitfires. So there you go, Logan Brown. Another one that came out of nowhere, 6th round pick, 2016. Jesper Bratt, I guess. Yeah, he's put up solid numbers. He was injured at the beginning of 18-19, but all in all, a very solid player that really came out of nowhere. Nobody expected him to come out this fast, and become a really solid NHL player. So yeah. Next up is probably one of the highest ceiling players, another Hurricane. It's Martin Nakash, Czech Republic player. Has a very high ceiling, tons of skill. We'll see. Like a lot of these Canes prospects, we'll see. There you go. 12th overall in 2017. Okay, next up, depth guy. I don't think he's even played for Winnipeg this year. Tucker Pullman. Yeah, he's pretty much a depth defenseman for the Winnipeg Jets. There you go. Tucker Pullman has kind of been passed on the depth chart by like Sammy Niku and stuff, but yeah. Tucker Pullman. Next up, another player that's been kind of up and down. I think he has a decent future, but he's not going to be that great. Victor Mete, former London Knight. Victor Mete, again, pretty undersized defenseman. Great skater. Yeah, we'll see with Mete. He still has time. Next up is a player that he's a depth player pretty much, and he got moved to Buffalo. He's on Buffalo now. He's just a depth guy for the Sabres. It's Remy Ellie. Made to the Calder Cup final last year. But yeah, pretty much just a depth guy. Nothing special there. Next up, Madison Bowey. I'm not going to debate how to pronounce his last name. Yeah, he's been playing a fair bit for the Washington Capitals. He got some other guys in there as well, but Madison Bowey, he's pretty decent. Not gonna lie, he's a pretty decent defenseman. There we go. That's a lot of these players. Oh, they're all right. Next up, another. They're all right. Your AHL All-Star here, Calle Rosen. They re-signed this guy for another 2 years. I think he probably might be in the team next year. It depends on what they do with Jake Gardner. If Jake Gardner goes to free agency, which is highly likely, he's probably going to take that third pairing defenseman role, and they'll bump Dermott up. But Calle Rosen, yeah, he's been very good for the Toronto Marlies in the AHL, but it's the AHL. Next up, another Buffalo Sabre. This is part of the Ryan O'Reilly trade. It's Tage Thompson. Big scoring winger, pretty much. Yeah. Another college player. Former first rounder. I think he was like high first rounder, though, like 26 or something. But yeah, Tage Thompson. Still has some decent upside. Got quite the shot. Next up, he had a fantastic rookie year. Not so much this year, sophomore year, but still pretty good. It's Will Butcher. Had like 43 points as a rookie, which is excellent for a defenseman. But this year, like the team, it's kind of fallen off. Still a quite good player, though. Next up here, we got Philip Schlappick. Philip Schlappick. I don't got much on this guy. I mean, former Quebec player. Yeah. And I don't think he's been playing full-time for them, but he's an alright prospect, just like 90% of this crop. Next up is a full-time AHLer, it seems, because he hasn't played on the team as of this recording. It's Ian McCoshen. Yeah, he's been in the AHL all year. They got some other Russian guy on the main team. So yeah, Ian McCoshen. Yeah, just not good. Next up is a very good player for the Avalanche. It's Alex Kerfoot. Yeah, Alex Kerfoot, another college player. I think he's Canadian though. But yeah, Alex Kerfoot, really solid player. He's gonna put up some solid numbers. Then again, everything goes through that top line in Colorado, so he's not gonna get that big of numbers. Oh man, this is going on a while. All right, next up, player that's been struggling for his team, and that's Philip Hedl. One of the highest ceiling, really crafty player, really skilled. I don't really think a whole lot of this guy, but does have a very high ceiling. Yeah, he's been struggling on the team. He's been on like the fourth line. He could be very good, but I don't see it. I think he's gonna be solid, but not that great. Next up is another player that's, I don't even know if he's playing that much. Oh, injury with good AHL numbers. Good job, I wrote that notes down. Those notes helped me there. Nick Merkley, because I forget sometimes. There you go, Nick Merkley. He's been injured, and he's put up good AHL numbers when he's been healthy. So, there's Nick Merkley. Kelowna Rockets. Next up, show here, Sam Girard, who I'm pretty sure has power play time with the Avalanche. He looks to be pretty darn good. Another undersized defenseman. But, yeah, really good the guy from the Predators. Yeah, I think that was the whole three-way trade with Ottawa and Nashville. They got Girard, I think. I don't remember. It's been a while. But yeah, there you go. Sam Girard. Next up is a good AHL player. And that's Nick Kurdelis. And I'm pretty sure... I don't have notes for Kurdelis. I'm pretty sure he's on Winnipeg AHL. But yeah, he's just an AHL player. That's pretty much all he is. Which is a lot of these players. And coming years, even more of them are just going to be like non-NHLers. But yeah. Next up, Tim Heed. Hasn't played much this year. He has scored when he has been playing. But again, he's just a depth guy for the Sharks, essentially. But he has been injured. And yeah. Healthy scratch quite a bit. Let's see what we got here. Nathan Walker, the Australian. Cool story, but he's just a pretty good AHLer. That's pretty much all he is. There you go. Just good AHLers. Here we go. Here's a good player. He's been up with the team all year, I'm pretty sure, and he has been a healthy scratch, and that's Brendan Lemieux. He's an agitator, just like his father. He'll annoy you. He's pretty tough. I like Brendan Lemieux. So there you go. Brendan Lemieux. Nice. One of the better ones, I think. And here's one of the ones I don't really want to talk up, but here he is. I don't want to talk him up too much. Alex Nedeljkovic. I got the inscribed there. It's I only have a couple of cards of his. Yeah, he's pretty darn good. I'll just leave it at that. He's decent. Okay. All right, next up, Andrew Mangiapane, who is tearing up the AHL, but he has done nothing when he's gotten called up. As of this recording, he might have done something, but he tore up the OHL as well with Kevin Labanc and the Barrie Colts. I gotta remember there, but yeah. I think he has a decent future. Not tremendous, though. Next up is a depth player, and he's pretty much has some good AHL stats. It's Kalle Kosila. He's been up and down. Just a depth guy. He's put up good AHL numbers. That's pretty much all he is. Just like a lot of these freaking players. Here's a good story here, finally. Aiden Hill. So, he's gotten called up because of injuries to everybody's second favorite aunt. So, yeah, he's gotten some time in the AHL, and he's looked very good, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, there we go. Aiden Hill. One of the bright spots in this rookie crop. And here's not Williams' brother. Alexandre Carrier. This is not Williams' brother. I thought it was, even though William has a brother with the exact same spelling that played hockey, which is just messes with my head. So yeah, he's a defenseman from the Preds, so his numbers don't look that great, but he's a defenseman with the Preds. So he might all of a sudden be like amazing, so we'll see. Next up is just the worst rookie in this crop. He's like an AHL player. Then again, to his credit, he has played well this year in the AHL. That's Andrew Podorowski. Those two games right there are the only games he's ever played in the NHL, and probably will be for the rest of his career. So yeah. Next up is another player that's really not been playing that much. Former Kingston Frontenac. He was the captain of that team. That's Roland McEwen. There you go, Roland McEwen. I don't think he's playing that much right now. But yeah, there you go. It's been in the AHL all year as far as I know. Could be wrong in there. I might have my notes mixed up here. This guy, wait. Oh, I got two of those? Oh, okay. Well, there's another one. Here we go. Kyle Capobianco. Another OHLer. I think he was on Sudbury Wolves. I think he was also a captain. And I think he's also been in the AHL most of the year. So yeah, there you go. Kyle Capobianco. Next up is a player that's been injured. Christian Jaros. This guy hits people. He's pretty tough. He's a big guy, and he can run people over. So, there you go. Next up, Jan Ruda. So, this guy's been in the AHL. He's got demoted. He was a signing out of Europe. He played in Europe a lot right there in the Czech. Yeah. So, yeah, there you go. Jan Ruda. Next up is a player that's been injured. And he hasn't played at all this year. It's Kevin Waugh. And he looked pretty decent last year. Kevin Waugh. I think he had, like 7 points or something. 8 points in like 25 games. But yeah, Kevin Waugh has been injured. Next up is Ajax. This video's going on a while. Alex Iafallo. There you go. Alex Iafallo. He's pretty darn good. He's pretty much been on the top line for a lot of the year for the Kings. But yeah, he looks solid. His numbers, he'll put up some decent numbers. That's the card number 996. But yeah, guys, there's a 17-18 Future Watch set. Rookie class is bad. I'm just gonna leave it at that. The rookie class is just horrendous. I wish there was some other players that had Future Watches, like autographs, like Travis Sanheim and other player I can't think of. I just thought of, but yeah, there's some other half decent ones that did not even make the Future Watch list. So yeah, but yeah, guys, the rookie class is bad. In general, I know Besser's good, but having Heischer and Patrick not have signatures on top of just an all-around mediocre crop, it's just bad. And a lot of these players with the potential, I don't really see them panning out to be that much. Maybe a couple of them I can see turning out to be quite good, but most of them I don't see it. So yeah, guys, what do you think of 17-18? Let me know. I'm curious. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Freaking marathon of a freaking video. And I'll see you guys. Blah.